And hello, my lovelies. Happy Friday. You made it to the Friday. How are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. I'm appreciative that you've done that. So if you are brand new and you've never been here before, first time at 10 of Cups Tarot, welcome. I hope you'll be in the comments if you like to be there. I like to be there as well. Some of us do like to be there. The ones that do like to be there, we're creating a bit of a community. So thank you for those of you who have been in the comments. If you're brand new, I hope that you will subscribe. If I'm coming through your feed anyway, you might as well just hit the subscribe button, right? If you don't like it, you can always unsubscribe later. And thank you for those of you who are here all the time. You're here clicking and viewing, being in the comments, giving me your thumbs up to let the algorithm know that you like this programming. I appreciate you so much. My ride or dies. So this reading is one that I do every Friday. I do it for the singles. I do one on Monday, the sneak peek for the week for everybody. And then I do just the singles for the weekend. So we are here at the Friday and we're doing the sneak peek for the weekend for the singles. Now, this sneak peek is going to be for whenever you find it, whatever weekend you find it on, my friends. It's not just for this weekend. However, that being said, welcome to the shit show. We are in an astrological shit show right now. So if you're having a hard time with those energies, please tell me. Let me know below. I am having intense reactions to the energies, so it's really tapping or zapping my energy. How is it going for you? Thank you so much for those of you who have gone to look for your sun, moon, and your rising. If you are someone who only knows your sun sign, please know that you're not getting all the information that you need. Natal charts are free everywhere. I have when I go through these signs, I'm going to read from Aries to Pisces, and I'm going to mark it all down in the description so you can just scroll this video to find what you need. But please, just stop watching for just your sun sign. Natal charts are free everywhere. You don't even need your exact time of birth. You just need to know whether you were born in the daytime or afternoon in the evening, and you will get sort of a loosey-goosey idea of what your sun, moon, and rising is. It's going to tell you who you are. You will get to know yourself a little better that way. Aries, happy birthday, my friends. How is this season going for you? Look, I have a couple of Aries placements. I have Venus in Aries and I have the North Node in Aries. So these energies in this season here, where we are having the eclipse on Monday, we're in Aries season. We got all this fiery energy going on in your sign. How's it going for you, Aries? There's going to be a lot of changes coming up, right? Did you get your glasses? We've got this a new moon solar eclipse, a full solar eclipse coming up on Monday. Did you get your glasses? I got mine. It's going to be going on here 3:20 p.m. Central Standard Time over Canada. We'll see about 70%, but I think most of you that live around Pennsylvania, Texas, around there, you're going to get the full show. I hope that you'll tell me in the comments. All right. Enough blah, blah, Elsie. Throw the damn cards. Here we go. Happy birthday, Aries. And let's talk about you first. Lead us in, my friendly leaders. Sun, moon, rising, Venus and Jupiter. This is the sneak peek for the weekend for the singles, and cards are falling out. What do we got here? We've got the Seven of Cups, my friend. That tells me exactly what's going on with you in these energies. It's all emotional confusion. Yes. I would say yes is the answer to that. We do have the Queen of Pentacles here. I want to say that for some of you, you're doing really good with money or things of finance, your business or the place that you work for. I feel like you can expect a lot of opportunities to come to your pentacle world, and they are opportunities that are of the heart space. So it's something that you're going to decide to do with the heart space, whether that's business or friendship or love. But I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is telling me that you kind of got it all together. You're settled down. You're very solid and dependable. Feels like you have enough for yourself and to be charitable with others. Yeah, I feel like there are some opportunities coming in, but I think that for some of you, you're going to be overwhelmed with money issues. Like, I don't think it's issues, honestly. The issue might be that you have a lot coming in. I think that's it. So for some of you, there is a King of Swords that's racing in here, kind of like this depiction here of the King of Swords. The King of Swords is someone who's interested in truth, going over the facts, the numbers, not getting my heart into this. It feels like there is a an Aries here who I feel is needing to make some sort of a decision head over heart. I feel like you have a lot of opportunities that are sort of occupying the heart space. They might be things that you're deciding in your pentacle world here. And I feel like for some of it, you need to go at it head over heart. It feels like you're making a decision so you can get rid of this emotional overwhelm or feeling confused about something. What else are we doing here? We've got things that are dropping out. We got the Hanged Man. We've got the High Priestess. And we've got the Six of Pentacles. All right. Yeah, it feels as though you're kind of stuck right now. Like you feel like you're stuck. I don't think you actually are Aries, but I think that you feel like you're stuck. Your intuition is telling you that it's time to cut through the bullshit. Because I see the Seven of Cups as the bullshit. It's like the confusion, the overwhelm. It's like everything is building up around you. And I feel like the sword is going to cut through it all and is going to kind of cut it into bite-sized chunks, I want to say. Your intuition is telling you that there's something you need to take care of. You need to tell the truth about something. You need to either be honest with yourself or honest with, all of these opportunities or confusion. I feel like it's too much and you don't need to, I think you need to piece them apart. It's like, how do you eat an elephant? Piece by piece, right? You can't do it all at once. And I mean, no one would want to ever eat an elephant, I don't think, but you know what I mean, right? Like if it seems really big, you got to cut it into bite-sized pieces, and I think that's what you're doing this week. It feels like you're stuck on something. It's like you want to give reciprocity to someone here, and it feels like you're feeling stuck. You are looking for an answer and trying to see something from someone else's perspective. I feel like you have your own perception of what's going on, but you really want to see it from another perspective. And it might be something to do in your pentacle world, but it might have to do with this overwhelming confusion that's going on here. I really feel like the King of Swords has a big part to play here. That's Aquarius energy, and it's a general reading, right? So it also is Gemini and Libra energy. But we have somebody who's got the smarts, somebody who's got the psychic intuition, somebody who's been very quiet. I feel like it's you who's charging in to say something about. It almost feels like you just need to cut through all of it and just state your opinion. It's like, this is what I'm going to do right now, because the King of Swords is going to do the best that's best for everyone involved, right? I'm going to make a decision. It's like, I see the King of Swords is someone who has the brain to be like a judge or a magistrate, a police officer, someone who brings order and facts, and, someone who is not going to get into the emotional stuff. And so I feel like what you're doing is looking into the psychic self and saying, I've got to say something about this Six of Pentacles here. That's what it feels like. You've got to say something about this reciprocity here. The Six of Pentacles is also spreading yourself too thin. So the confusion could be that you feel like you're spreading yourself too thin here. I feel like you're stuck in a place about the Queen of Wands. So it feels like you're trying to see something from the position of, I'm sorry, not the Queen of Wands, but the Queen of Pentacles. You're trying to see something from the position of or the perspective of the Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is a person who is very loving and kind, a great parent, very solid, has their own foundation, and is building on that alone. Tell me about the Hanged Man here. I feel like you want to give reciprocity to the Queen. We've got the Five of Wands, we got the Ten of Wands, and we got the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. You're wondering if this person is single. Also, I feel like you don't quite have the confidence that you need in order to drop some burdens with this Queen. The Five of Wands tells me that you're holding back. There's some indecision. The reason that you haven't yet, I feel, given reciprocity to this Queen is because you feel like there's competition for this person's time. Maybe they're a very busy person. Maybe they're a business owner. This person is busy collecting and stacking pentacles here, right? They're very busy. You can see she's on a loom and she's actually making money, right? So it feels like this person here is somebody who is very engaged in their pentacle world. And I feel like you are trying to gain perspective on the Queen from a distance, though, because the Five of Wands is here, and that's a little bit of lack. And you're like, I kind of feel in lack. I'm not really sure if this person is seeing someone. Can I bust in on their life and find out what's going on? This is really burdensome, and you've been carrying around your lack of taking action. You've been beating yourself up about something here. So the Nine of Pentacles tells me that maybe you just don't have the confidence that you need to move forward at this time. Maybe you're not single. It could be that as well. Maybe you're not single at this time and it's becoming burdensome. because if you are not single at this time, you do want to give reciprocity to the Queen, but I feel like you feel that you can't. Tell me why the Six of Pentacles is here. You're sharp, I want to say, because of the sword. Your sharp, intuitive, psychic self is telling you to move forward here, but it's really overwhelming. The thought of it is overwhelming, and that's why you remain silent. We have the Magician, we have the Eight of Pentacles, and we have the Moon. It's almost like you feel like there has to be some sort of magic that drops out of the sky in order for you to be able to give reciprocity to the Queen. I feel like you have a relationship in the Pentacle world with the Queen that you already know this person. So they might be a friend or a friend of the family, but they also might be someone that you worked with, because I've got the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like what the Six of Pentacles is telling me that you do want to give reciprocity, but you feel like this person is spread too thin, or maybe you are. The Magician is here telling me that whatever you want does want you, and I feel like you just need to work for it. Like you just need to work really hard on it. But I think that the reason that you're not really stepping forward here is because the Moon energy is here. You don't know what will happen should you charge in and break the silence, because I feel like that's what you want to do, is you want to charge in with this sword, cut through this confusion, and break the silence. What do you want to say? I think you want to say something to either the High Priestess, who I think is actually the Queen of Pentacles. I think that the Queen of Pentacles is actually also the High Priestess energy. I think you both are. I think this is a psychic connection because the Moon is here. We do have the Three of Cups in the reverse. Something is about to be over. There's no fun here anymore. It feels like you're charging in, Aries. Your intuition is telling you that you're not having fun, or you're not happy doing what you're doing, being where you are, whether it's a job or a relationship, whatever it is. We do have the Ace of Wands, that you want to open a new, more exciting path. I feel like where you are right now is not where you are happy. The Two of Wands is in the reverse. So to me, it's like you don't feel comfortable doing it. You kind of feel nervous about it, but you're going to bite the bullet and go anyway. It's almost like when I see the Two of Wands in the reverse, it's like a challenge. The universe is like, yeah, how much do you want it, Aries? Like, I feel like that's the energy. If you're so unhappy where you are and you want this new path, then what are you doing sitting around, Three of Wands, waiting for someone else to come to you? Why aren't you going out and getting what you want? Well, I think the challenge is being met with the King of Swords. That's what it feels like here. Tell me about this Seven of Cups. Why is it so overwhelming and confusing for you? Because the Three of Swords, because there has been some heartache or heartbreak, or maybe some disappointment. Something didn't work out. Someone has some bad feelings about the past with you. And it feels like with the Three of Swords that's the reason why it's so confusing and you don't know what to do. We have the Eight of Wands, but I think you're going to do it anyway. The Eight of Wands is things picking up, moving quicker. It's also could be communication, right? I feel like that we're going to talk about, or you want to talk about the Three of Swords and why that happened. We do have the Five of Pentacles and why we stopped talking. So I do feel like you have someone on the mind. They could be a Cancer or a Pisces. They could be an Aries. We do have the King of Swords, who is Aquarius, but also Gemini and Libra in this reading, in this general reading. We have Piscean energy. We also have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have Piscean energy in the Hanged Man and the High Priestess. So that's what it feels like is coming up for the weekend, my friends. So whether or not you do bite the bullet and go, take the energy and run off with it, I feel like this is what you want. I feel like what you want right now is to move away from some sort of a situation that you're in. It's the Four of Wands and the Six of Swords. It tells me that you are leaving some sort of a stable relationship, or maybe you were living with someone, maybe you're engaged to someone, getting ready to be married. It feels like you're moving away, or this is chaotic, and so you're trying to get yourself away from the chaos and into the calm. I feel like there's fights and arguments. We have the Five of Swords here is separated from the Ace, and that's 6, but we have the Five of Swords, so it feels like you're leaving a relationship because there are fundamental differences. Somebody doesn't have the same point of view on life as you do, Aries. And so I feel like you are thinking about this weekend, you are thinking about leaving a situation here. All right. It's not for everyone. It is only for some of you, but listen, we've got this eclipse is around the corner, and these are fated changes, my friends. Things are about to change, whether you want them to or not. Things that were supposed to change are going to change. That means you're going to lose some and win some. So I think you just need to be prepared, be ready for the unexpected. All right, Taurus, here we go. Let's find out what's going on for you for this weekend, my single friends. Sneak peek for the singles for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Taurus, if you are interested in a private read, I have left a link down below. So you can find your way over to Wizio if you're interested to do that, and book a reading there. We do start with the Ace of Swords here. So there is some clarity coming to you, Taurus, over this weekend. You're going to get some clarity on what? You're going to get some clarity on some sort of a victory. You've been working towards something really hard. I feel like you've been putting all of your energy into something here, and you do want to have some sort of a victory. I feel like you're about to cross the finish line, and when you do cross the finish line, it feels like there is clarity waiting for you. I feel like all the questions that you've had about a certain topic or a certain thing are going to be answered. But I think you need to be brave enough. This is the person who's really brave, right? The Six of Wands is someone who's come back from the fight or come back from the war. I think you need to be brave enough to ask the questions in order to get your answers, Taurus. And then we have the Ace of Wands. It feels like there is new paths opening here for you. So something exciting and creative, something that you've been waiting on, something that I feel you've been traveling toward here. I think that you've been preparing to go on this new exciting path, I want to say, because 6 and 1 is 7. And I feel the way you've been preparing is by setting up some boundaries. And so in order to keep yourself safe, I feel like you're about to set up some boundaries, but you're going to ask some questions about something here. You need some clarity before you can go on this new path. It feels like you want to have communication with somebody. Like you have some questions. Like, before I sign up for this, I've got some questions. Let's talk about some things. Tell me more about Taurus, please. We've got the Nine of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like you are about to embark on something that is brand new, something that you're ready to invest in, or looks like a good investment from a distance. I want to say that you're kind of leery or being wary of it because, both of these cards indicate that you are coming back home or headed for a victory, or you've been carrying a lot of burdens, right? The Six of Wands is about coming from the war or the fight and then getting your victory anyway. It's like victory after defeat or after a really hard time. And then we have the Nine of Wands, which is, of course, you're the Nine of Wands because you've been carrying around a lot of burdens. I want to say that you're very close to getting the clarity that you want, to being able to ask the questions about what you want to ask the questions about, and you're going to get clarity. I feel like you do want to invest on a new path, but you don't want to be hurt. And so I feel like there are questions, and you will ask the questions that are necessary. We've got the Four of Pentacles. So it's like you've been holding on to some sort of new beginning here, or something that is going to, I want to say it's a new, exciting, lucrative path. It's the Ace of Pentacles will change your life because it's abundance, and that covers a lot of things, right? Love, money, house, home, children, family. It covers everything that's in your pentacle world, Taurus. So I feel like you're ready to embark on something new, to invest in a new path. And it could be a business investment, but I feel for some of you that it is that you need to get all of the details. Look, we're in Mercury retrograde energy, and that's why I was mentioning at the beginning we're in a bit of a shit show when it comes to the astrological signs and the movements. Right now we're in Mercury retrograde, so please don't sign any contracts, anything that's coming up. Please don't sign anything like that until you talk to someone else, or you have a lawyer's eyes on it or a friend's eyes on it. Make sure that that you've got all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted. Just don't miss anything here. The Four of Pentacles tells me that you're, for starters, I think that you're not telling anybody about this new opportunity here, but it also feels like you've been holding on to the hope that this new opportunity would come by. What is the opportunity, please? Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles. What's the opportunity for Taurus? It is an opportunity possibly to either learn a lesson, or for some of you, it is a committed relationship or a commitment to a contract, a commitment to a new path. And for some of you, it could be business, but for some of you, it also could be love. Take it as it resonates for you today. We do have the Seven of Swords in the reverse, and the Empress is in the reverse. So, my friend, I feel like for those of you who are the Empress, and just because you're a Taurus or a Libra does not mean you're the Empress. The energy of the Empress comes with a lot of wisdom, which means you need to be a little little bit older. You're probably still in childbearing years. Some of you maybe not, right? Some people get to be the Empress a little bit later in life. But I feel like if you are the Empress, you are the one with all the balanced energy. You have all the lessons of all of the queens. You're good on your own. You're not chasing anything. You're waiting for things that you're attracting. I feel like there is some sort of a surprise coming to you here. Like it feels like something's being revealed to you. The Seven of Swords is in the reverse, and it tells me that there's something that you don't know about or that's been concealed from you or hidden under the surface that is about to come to the surface. And for some of you, it's a commitment. It's somebody who wants a brand new start with you and a commitment here. Tell me about the Seven of Swords. For others of you, what's being revealed to you is going to teach you a lesson. Tell me about the Seven of Swords. If it's not about love, it's about the lesson. I would rather have the lesson, honestly. Tell me about the Seven of Swords in the reverse. We do have a soulmate that's about to pop up, or somebody that you have a lot of history with, someone that you have a lot of memories with, nostalgia with, maybe an old friend. It could be a friend, a bestie. It could be a member of the family you haven't seen in a while, but it is somebody that you have had memories with. So for some of you, there are some memories popping up for you. For others of you, it's a person popping up from your memories. We do have the Eight of Wands here. Things are about to move really quickly. I feel like you're getting a message from a soulmate. That's what I think. I feel like that the soulmate is going to be sending you a message. Wow. The Ace of Cups. Look, my friend, we have all four aces out here, which tells me you're the magician. You are in manifestation mode, heavy duty manifestation mode here. You are using everything that you've got to manifest whatever it is that you want. And I feel like you're going to get it. I feel like there's a breakthrough coming, like a really big breakthrough here, Taurus. You are almost at the end of this path to getting what you wanted. I feel like it's been a long journey for you to the Empress energy. Tell me about the Ace of Swords, please, because this is the conversation, the contract, the clarity that you've wanted, the thing that you've been working hard for, the things you've been taking all the hits for. We've got the Death card. It's transformation. It's transformative conversation or clarity. We do have the Hanged Man energy. Somebody is coming out of this energy of feeling really stuck or feeling like they couldn't move. And it feels like while somebody was in this energy of trying to see things from your perspective, that it feels like they've been waiting a while. It feels like they're putting a lot of energy or work into whatever it is that they're going to say to you, but this person has been delayed. It feels like there has been delays here for you, and we do have the Death card. It's the end of the delays, I want to say. Somebody is coming out of this Hanged Man energy with an answer to something, and they're about to give you clarity. I feel like this is something you've been waiting on, also something you've been carrying. We do have the Ace of Wands, which is ready to hit the ground. You can see that it's not being held by anything here. 9 Wands are here. We've got the 9 and we've got the Ace. That's 10. This is the 10 of Wands. This whole thing is going to help you drop some burdens. So what's the big secret here? Tell me about the 4 of Pentacles. It's like something nobody is saying to anybody here. And I feel like this is somebody you haven't spoken with in years, my friend, because we have 4 Pentacles and 1 that is 5. I feel like this conversation is going to lead you on some sort of a new path with someone that you haven't spoken with. So it feels like somebody is turning up here after, like I said, after delays. They feel like when they're coming into your life, Taurus, that there's competition for you. They feel like you're probably in a relationship. Well, look, you're the Empress. So who doesn't want the Empress energy, right? So it feels like they know that there's competition for your happiness, for your love, for, you know, this is like the end of a bad time has come and that you are flourishing here. I want to say that whoever is coming to you here is someone who has been stuck in their head for a while, thinking about where is their happiness? Where does their happiness lie? And I feel like this person has decided that their happiness is with you. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We do have the Queen here. We have the High Priestess, and we have the 2 of Cups. Yeah. So somebody is listening to their intuition, and they are headed straight for you. All right. So we do have Libra and Taurus energy here. We do have more Taurus energy. We have Scorpio and Piscean energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, more Pisces energy. Somebody here has had a breakup, I want to say. There's been a breakup. Whoops, where is it? Got the three of cups is in the reverse. Wherever they are is no more fun. I think that they were in a long-term relationship, but I think that it's over. They were living with somebody, or they were engaged to somebody, and that person is coming forward to tell you that they are no longer doing that. I think that's what the Ace of Swords is about. You've manifested it, though. I think you've wanted to speak to this person about this for a while, and that person was otherwise engaged, but engaged in something else or someone else, but I don't think that they are anymore. All right. All right, all right. All right, Gemini, here we are. Pardon me. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Gemini singles, please. This is your sneak peek for this week, Gemini. If you're interested for a private read, please look below this video. The very top of all the comments, I have pinned the information you need for a private read if that's what you're interested in doing. All right, tell me about Gemini. What's coming up for Gemini? Sneak peek for the singles for this weekend. What is going on for Gemini? Tell me what is up for Gemini. Gemini, we have the Queen of Pentacles, we have the Nine of Swords, and we have the Ten of Swords. Very interesting energy here. So I feel like there are some endings that are about to take place, Gemini, and we are in Swords energy, which means you're obsessively thinking about the end. You're trying to make a decision about something that has been painful, a cycle that has been hard for you. When I see the Nine of Swords, the Nine of Swords tells me that you're stuck in that cycle. It's like you go from the Ace to the Nine to the Ace to the Nine, and it's like you're having a hard time making sense of whatever it is that is about to happen. You're trying to make a decision, but you're stuck in some sort of a pattern. I feel like you're getting out of that pattern, and for some of you, it might be that you're trying to make a decision to leave a job, sell a house, possibly. This is Pentacle energy, right? And the Queen of Pentacles is the one who does have all of, her stability in order. So you might be thinking about, with the Ten of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles, you might be thinking about selling a house. You might be thinking about selling a car, maybe moving somewhere, something to do with your pentacle life here. But there is some sort of an ending. There's an ending, and it's something that you don't really want to do, but I feel like you have to do it. Jeez, why is everything falling? Just stay in my hands for a second. Jeez. The Knight of Wands falls out here. So I feel like, it feels like, Gemini, that you are in a connection, possibly. You could be in a connection. You don't have to be, but if you are in a connection, I feel like you're worried about it. I feel like if you are in a connection, that right now it is about money and the seduction of the flesh. That's what it feels like. It is about money and passion. And I want to say that what is not present, or what has ended, is the Two of Cups. It feels like you are maybe not worrying. Yeah, maybe it is a little bit of worry about the future and about what's to come. I want to tell you that if you are in a relationship that is based on money and passion, that this thing is about to end. And it's because you've been waiting for a long time to feel the feeling of really being in love, of somebody really choosing you, or you totally choosing someone else. It's like it feels like the ships that you're waiting for, right? What you're waiting for is love. You have the passion, the desire, you have, the sexuality is going, it's really great, and the money is good, and the pentacle wealth is doing really well. But I think that is what the problem is here, is that there's really no deep love. It's like you haven't yet picked that person because they love you or because you love them. And I want to say that the Two of Wands is what the painful ending is going, or the Two of Cups is what the painful ending is about. We do have the Three of Wands. You've been waiting to get this feeling that, like, you want to feel like this person is your only person. And I feel like you need to be really honest about it. The Four of Pentacles in the reverse for me is releasing something. You're like releasing it to the universe and saying, I don't know what to do. I'm just going to leave it to the universe. I feel like you're ready to be vulnerable about and honest with yourself about what's been going on here. Tell me about the Two of Cups and the Ten of Swords here. I feel like you weren't willing to commit to somebody who was only giving you money and passion. I feel like what was missing was a key component here, which was the love. And I feel like you know where to go and get it, because I feel like if you are in a relationship here, Gemini, that for all intents and purposes, even if you haven't split, you haven't, split the assets, or you haven't left physically yet, I feel like you're gone mentally. I feel like you're already done mentally. And the Page of Wands tells me that you want to be on a new exciting path, or send a message to somebody here who I feel really is the Two of Cups for you. It's almost as if you have the decision to make. And the decision, Gemini, is, do I want to be deeply in love for the rest of my life? Or would I rather, not really have this deep soul connection, or this deep love connection? Can I just make it through money and passion? It feels like you had to make a decision about one or the other. Because I feel like with the Page of Wands, it's almost like you need excitement. And I feel like that excitement is with the Empress here. We do have the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel, Gemini, that you want to reconnect with the Empress. I feel like you are going to send some sort of a fun, flirty message, maybe ask this person out. But I think it's because you've realized in whatever relationship, either you had a relationship in the past, or you're in one right now and you're not happy with it. And it's like all the elements are there, but the thing you've been waiting for is to feel the love. And I don't think you feel the love. I think that you feel everything else. Tell me about this worry. Yeah, you're worried that this won't stand the test of time. You feel like it's almost over already. That the World card is here, which tells me we got to wrap it up. Wrap it up, friends. That's what I feel like. We got to wrap it up. It's time for this thing to come full circle. And it's time for you to go out and find your wish fulfillment. I think you already know what it is. I think that this is the wish fulfillment. And I think you also know that the love that you can get from someone, the love that you cannot get from someone who's giving you a lot of financial stability and a lot of passionate moments, you still are without love. I think that you know that the love is with the Empress. Look, you're still going to get the passion. You're still going to get the abundance and the dependability of the Queen of Pentacles within the Empress, because the Empress is the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like you have a decision to make, my friend, because I feel like you've reached a level here of wisdom, of things that you've been doing in your life here. Maybe you're the ruler of the empire, and what I mean by that is maybe you're a business owner, that you're really stable in your finances and things are going really well, but the one person you can't stop thinking of wanting to share your excitement with, the excitement of the Page of Wands, is the Empress. I feel like this is the true match, and I feel like you're keeping it under the surface here. You haven't quite made the decision, but you know that you and this person are matched in the Pentacle world. You two, if you get together, will be wealthy beyond belief, I feel. And also all the other things. Yeah. And you two, I feel, do have some history. You have some history. This is a soulmate, either from a last life or this life, somebody that you know. But I feel like what you're keeping under the surface here is that you haven't yet made the decision. You don't yet see the need to make the decision. And it feels like something is under the surface, or something that you're keeping secret. And I think what you're keeping secret is that this thing is ending, and that you are planning to go toward this Empress here. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have Aries, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Libra, and Taurus. We have Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. Yep, that's about it. All right, Gemini. All right, here we are, Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Cancer, please. This is the sneak peek for the singles for this weekend, or whatever weekend you might find it. Tell me about Cancer. Cancer, if you're interested in a private read, please look below this video to the top of the comments. I have pinned a comment there to let you know how to get yourself over to Wizio if you need a private read. Here we are with Cancer. Tell me what's coming up for Cancer this weekend. The singles, single Cancer, sneak peek for this weekend. Tell me what's going on. We've got the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. So, why is that? Something is not taking root. It feels like something you had planned has not yet come to fruition, or maybe there's no investment here. We have the Four of Wands. Queen of Cups. So it does feel like here that there is somebody who might be the Queen of Cups. It could be you, could be another person, but we've got Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy here. I want to say that someone's not ready to invest in love, not ready to share my abundance. It feels like, yeah, it feels like I'm not really ready to put any kind of effort toward a new beginning with the Queen of Cups, or maybe you are the Queen of Cups. The Four of Wands here tells me that you do have a stable home life. It feels like you have a stable home life. For some of you, you could be wanting to sell a house, absolutely, but maybe now is not the right time, I would say. If you're planning on selling your home, it's not the right time. The Ace of Pentacles is in the reverse, which tells me like the market is bad, or yeah, that maybe it's just not a good idea at this time. But I think for most of you, what I'm feeling here is that you're not interested in investing in the Queen of Cups energy. So you're not interested in being invested in love. This Queen of Cups has two cups, right? One down here, one up there. And so I feel like you are, yeah, you're not ready for it. We have the Three of Swords. We have the Six of Pentacles. So it does feel like someone is not giving you reciprocity. So it could possibly be that the reason that you're not investing is because the person that you're invested in or want to invest in is somebody who is not interested in investing in you. I want to say with the Three of Swords that we have the energy of possibly a third party that's intervening here. It could be a person, but it could be a job. It could be this investment that you're looking into. I want to say that your heart has been broken because somebody here is not giving you any reciprocity. Reciprocity, of course, is here, but I feel like somebody either thinks that you're maybe in the DMs, or maybe you're thinking that about someone else, that you've got other people in the DMs, and somebody here, I feel like the disappointing thing is the Six of Pentacles. So it feels like either someone's not giving you reciprocal energy because maybe someone is not interested in investing just like you. Maybe they're not interested in investing in love. I feel like what you want is reciprocal love, but you're not ready to invest, which tells me that you kind of want all the benefits without the commitment. Tell me more about Cancer, please. We've got the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, it does feel like you're not available, I want to say. The Four of Pentacles is shut off, shut down. I'm not vulnerable. It feels like it almost feels like you would be available for a long-term relationship, but on your terms. You don't want to, like, you're holding on to the Six of Pentacles. You're hoping someone's going to give you reciprocity and give you some sort of investment with or give you some sort of attention without the investment. But I feel like it's not working out the way you wanted to. The Three of Swords is heartbreak. Heartbreak is the Four of Wands. That's the Four of Wands is going to the next level. So we get together, we decide that we belong to each other, or we're going to get engaged or move in with each other. And I feel like that's not happening. There's no investment here. It feels like it's a bit of a heartbreaking situation. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. I feel like, the idea of giving someone reciprocal love energy is an idea for you. But I think that when it comes to the Pentacle world, you're like, no, I don't think I can do that. We do have the Judgment. So you do have to make some sort of a really big decision. I feel like that maybe the reason that there is no commitment here is because maybe it's a second chance or second time around, and somebody doesn't want to be brokenhearted again. It could be you, it could be them. We do have the High Priestess in the reverse, and then we have the Two of Swords. So I feel like you're failing to see the situation for what it is because you're not using your intuition. I want to say that maybe it's a recent reconnect, or, the secrets are coming out. It's like we're being honest with each other now, and so now I have to make a decision based on the honesty. The Two of Swords is kind of feeling blocked or not seeing the situation or trying to, make a decision based on what you can't see. It's almost like you're trying to make a decision on what you feel or how you feel about the situation. I want to say that there has been or is going to be a reconnection here with you and somebody else. I think you're thinking about it. Somebody that maybe you had blocked or had blocked you. And we have the Judgment card here, which tells me that it's either a second chance or that you're making a really big decision to give somebody reciprocity. Tell me about this Three of Swords here, please. Because I think it's your broken heart that has made you closed off and shut down and not wanting to invest in anything else from here. You might be nursing a broken heart. Yeah, it feels like that there was some sort of a commitment that you had here. The Hierophant is the commitment. That's the clergy, right? Or the person who is the person who, yeah, it's commitment. It feels like you've learned a lesson, I want to say. So for some of you, if it isn't a commitment that has gone bad, then I feel like it's a lesson that you've learned. And I think that the lesson that you've learned is that you weren't happy, and that you definitely know where the soulmate energy is. The soulmate, I feel for you, is somebody who is maybe Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. They don't have to be, but this is someone who's tenacious, who is independent, who does their own thing, who really doesn't care what anyone else has to say, not even you. They don't really care. This is someone who's making their own decisions in life. They might be a Taurus, might have some fire in that energy. Why is it that you do not want to invest? I think it's because you've had your heart broken before. So I feel like there is communication right now with somebody who I think is a friend, somebody who's on your side, who's on your team, you're on their team. It's somebody maybe you've worked with before, you know, from the Pentacle world. I want to say that now is the time, if you want to connect with this person or talk to them, now is the time to do it, because change is here, right? I feel like you've had a change of direction, I want to say, in your life. You've had a change of direction, and this is the direction, this is the change. It feels like it's something that's good for you. It's a fortunate change, and even if it looks really hard right now, if the changes look really tough, I feel like it's going to get easier. I feel like you are in communication with somebody who is a friend or someone that you know in the Pentacle world, and it's going really good, or it will if you decide to reach out. But I don't think you're interested in commitment of any kind right now, because I think you're still nursing a broken heart from something here. Yeah, you've walked away from something. You've walked away, and I feel like you were probably in a commitment where there was a lot of passion. There was somebody who was very independent, but it feels like this is something that you did walk away from with the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is, I didn't want to settle for the situation as it was. And so I became unavailable, shut off and shut down. And so it came to a point where all you could think of was moving forward to somewhere else. The Page of Swords tells me that this taught you a lesson in love. The Page of Swords and the King of Cups. Like it feels like it taught you about something. And I think what it taught you is that you need to make a really big decision about being honest or truthful or transparent with somebody. You need to speak to somebody in order to make some sort of a decision. I feel like you could be the King of Cups or the Queen of Cups, whether you're feminine or masculine. I feel like we have a soulmate couple here, but I feel like you need to make a really big decision about what you want to do, because I feel like even though you're honest, or now we've broken the silence and we're talking, that there still is a Two of Swords in the way. I feel like that there is a block in the way, and it's like a block to the future. I want to say it's not a block like on social media. It's a block to the future, a block in the mind. It's like even though you've become open and you're no longer silent, it's like you're speaking to someone. It's like the Judgment card is telling me you need to make a big decision about what you're going to do. You either need to stop doing it, or you need to take the blindfold off and see things for what they actually are and make a decision. Ooh. All right. Got the Five of Cups, and we've got the Sun. So those are very different energies, right? It feels like you do want love, but it feels as though you feel in lack, like you don't have enough to give. I want to say be patient with yourself. A breakthrough is coming. Things are about to get easier and better. With the Sun card next to the Five of Cups, I feel like this is a temporary place. It does feel like spilt milk. It feels like, don't worry about it. You can just throw the clothes in the laundry. You don't have to worry about it. It's not going to stain. It's not wine. It's like, I feel like it's not permanent, is what I want to say. That this state of being in lack, emotional lack, is not permanent. And I feel like you're about to have some sort of a breakthrough, because it is the moment of alchemy, which I believe is probably Monday coming up. This eclipse we have is going to change a lot of things, my friend. It's going to change a lot of things. So we have Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy here. We have Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Taurus, Pisces, Virgo, and Pisces. We have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, again, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy. There you go. We've got Sagittarius as well. All right, Leo. Let's find out what's coming up for you, my friend, for the weekend. Single Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about single Leo, please. I hope you're well, Leo. If you're interested in a private read, please look at the top of the comments. I've pinned a comment with the information that you need to go over to Wizio if you'd like to book yourself a private read. Let's find out what's going on for you, my friend. Single Leo. Come tell me what's coming up for Leo this weekend. Sneak peek for this weekend, please, or whenever you find this. We have the Emperor. So you're about to take charge of something here. You're feeling kind of bossed up, kind of balanced. It feels like you're about to make some really big decision. You're about to conquer something here. Tell me what's going on here. We've got the Two of Pentacles. And we have the Knight of Cups. So you're struggling with some sort of decision that you're about to make about a romantic connection. The Emperor is somebody who brings stability and sturdiness, but can also be a bit of a bossy pants. I'm just saying. Leo, I think you like to be in charge. I think you're the dominant force. I think you're the one that usually is used to getting what you want to get, because the Emperor, when the Emperor wants it, someone always brings it to them. So I feel like you're used to getting what you want. You're used to things turning out your way. But I want to say the difference between this connection and any other connection is it's got you struggling and juggling. Like it feels like you're looking at things in the pentacle world. Do I have enough? You're looking at the past. You're looking at the future. I'm going to ask you to stay in the present moment. What do you have right now? If nothing were to change from this point, could you be happy? But it does feel like you're sort of in a struggle about moving forward or conquering this here. Conquering romance. Feelings. Tell me more about Leo. We've got the Four of Wands. We've got the Nine of Cups. And the Queen of Swords. So it feels like there is wish fulfillment here. I feel like you hope for it or wish for it. It feels like dream state stuff, because we've got the Knight of Pentacles, we have the Nine of Pentacles, and it feels like you're trying to sort out the details. You're trying to be really honest with yourself about what it is that you want. The Queen of Swords is someone who's liberating themselves. And so I feel like you have liberated yourself from the Four of Wands. So maybe you are leaving behind some sort of a relationship. Maybe you were living with someone. Maybe you were engaged or getting serious with someone. It feels like you liberated yourself from that situation, because the Queen of Swords is pointing at the Nine of Cups. I feel like maybe you've decided that you want to be single and happy, that, you know, maybe being single is being happy. I feel like you're wanting to be single and happy, but I feel that your eye is on this Knight of Cups. It feels like you have some sort of a romantic idea or a romantic notion that you do want your wish fulfillment in romance, but I feel like you're going at it as the Queen of Swords. It's like you're not showing anybody your feelings, because the Emperor is also the King of Cups and the King of Swords, right? And so you're not showing any feelings on the surface. It feels almost like you're just going to go get what you want, and I'm just going to take what I want. That's what it feels like. I'm just going to take what I want here. Tell me about the Queen of Swords. Tell me about the Queen of Swords. Or maybe you're trying to liberate yourself from the Nine of Cups. Like maybe you're like, maybe romance isn't all it's cracked up to be. Maybe I'll just take the happiness that I've got here. We've got the Two of Wands, we've got the High Priestess, and we have the Ten of Swords. So there has been some sort of a painful ending for you that you're not explaining to anybody. It feels like you're going within, trying to understand it. You're at the crossroads of your life here, and it's time for you to liberate yourself from this silence here, this painful silence. That's what it feels like here. Painful silence. It also feels like you've been trying to listen to your intuition and make decisions based on energy rather than swords or whatever's in the 3D. Tell me about what this Emperor is. Why is this the Emperor and the Knight of Cups here? What's going on? This Nine of Cups. We do have the Nine of Swords in the reverse, the Seven of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. So the thing is I think that you do want a relationship. I think that you do want the romance. You do want to be happy, but you want to control everything. You want to control how everything works. I feel with the Nine of Swords in the reverse that you are, that you don't really want to worry about all the things that are hiding. I feel like you're hiding some things. I feel like with the Seven of Swords here, it tells me you're keeping secrets about something. And the Five of Pentacles that's the reason why you are disconnected from your feelings, because you are keeping secrets, and there are some secrets that you don't want to divulge, and it feels like it keeps you disconnected from relationships, from romance, from being able to connect with people. It feels like you find the right connection, you make your choice, you find your soulmate, but then you end up walking away. We end up being friends. So it feels like that you are the emperor, I want to say, and you are taking control of your empire. So your home, your money, your children, your family, whatever it is, you're taking control. You're the one that's in control, and that you would love if romance would show up, but only on your terms. Like you're not willing. It's like you're a person who's looking for unconditional love showing up with a bag full of conditions. And it's because of all these secrets that you're hiding here. So it does feel like with this Four of Wands here that it is a moment of alchemy here. I want to say you need to be patient if you want this moment of alchemy. Whether you want it or not is up to you, but it does feel like with the Magician here that you have been manifesting the Four of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles tells me that you've been holding on to this manifestation for a while. So like I said, you need to make a decision. Are you on the bus or under it? Like you need to figure out, like, the person who you're going to be romantically connected to is going to want to know everything about you, even your secrets. But I think your secrets that you keep, things that you don't want to divulge or talk to anybody about, and I don't know if they're shameful or anything, but I think there's things that you don't want to share. And if you're going to get into a romantic relationship, you're going to have to share. And I don't think you're ready to do that. I think you've just recently liberated yourself from a situation where somebody wanted to have you in the Four of Wands. Somebody wanted to take it to the next level with you. And I feel like you just cut them out. I feel like you just released them, and you liberated yourself from the situation, and now it's very silent, like painfully silent. You're at the crossroads, and what are you going to do from here? Feels like you are going to communicate really clearly with someone. You want to give someone reciprocity here. Someone you've had an ending and an argument with. And I feel like it's made you sad. It's almost like you realize what you've lost here. You didn't know what you had until it was gone. We have two fives here. We have the Five of Cups and the Five of Swords. So there were fundamental differences. Maybe you didn't want a romantic relationship and they did. But it feels like it's the end of these differences. And I feel like it's quick change because we've got two fives, right? More than one five in a reading for me is about quick change. So I feel like it's the end of these fundamental differences or the arguments that we're having. It's the end of the sadness. I feel like you're going to be giving someone reciprocity and great clarity. So the King of Swords is here. I feel like you're going to do head over heart sort of thing, but I want to say whoever you're communicating with, because the Queen of Swords is here, I feel like they're going to give you the same. So be prepared for a very honest and cringe-like communication. If you're going to be honest, they're going to be honest. If you don't give a shit, they don't give a shit. So you're going to get what you give them. It's going to be a mirrored situation. Because we do have two people who are soulmates here, but they are the same. Like if you're going to give somebody swords, the Queen is going to give you the swords right back. Bottom of the deck tells me that you're like in some sort of self-sacrificing mode, trying to find an answer, looking at it from the other person's perspective, and you have to make a big decision here. Judgment is here. I feel like this is somebody that you want them to give you a second chance, and that maybe you have to give them some sort of an apology, possibly for some sort of devil energy. So it might be an addiction or obsessive thinking. It's like maybe the last time you were in contact with them that it was more of a friends with benefits situation. It feels like it's not that anymore. I want to say that the Knight of Wands being in the reverse tells me that you maybe have gotten over some sort of a sexual addiction, or the addiction to starting, like, some people are addicted to the first few months of a relationship, and that's all they do. They go from person to person, and the first 3 and 4 months is where you're doing the hand holding, the first kiss, all the passion and all that stuff, and then they leave. Like, that's what it feels like. It feels like that's what you were doing obsessively over and over, but it feels like you have somebody here who is the Queen of Wands, somebody who you're very attracted to, and you need to make a decision about that person, but you haven't quite made the decision yet. I feel like you're feeling stuck about them. We have Virgo and Pisces energy, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We do have Capricorn energy as well. We have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Pisces. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Sagittarius, Aries. We have Gemini. We have Aries again. And Pisces. So it's a lot of thinking with your feelings as opposed to your passion. And I think that you're going to have to make a decision based on that. All right. Let's take a look at Virgo. Tell me about Virgo singles, please, for the sneak peek for this weekend. Virgo singles, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Virgo singles. Virgo, if you're interested in a private read, please look to the top of the comments. I've pinned a comment there with the information that you'll need to go to Wizio and book if you need a private read. Tell me about Virgo, please, for this weekend. We do have the Seven of Cups. Very interesting. When I see this particular depiction, it looks like you've got love on the mind. She's holding 2 cups, but she's kind of looking up at this cup like, I have to make a decision here, but is it going to end up in 5 cups, which is, sadness and regret. So I feel like you're feeling overwhelmed about having to make a decision about what you want to do with all of this love energy that's coming at you, all of these options and opportunities in love. We have the Nine of Pentacles, which tells me that you don't really need anybody. You know how to build your life. You know how to build yourself. You're very confident. It feels like you've maybe built a business, or you've been on this path before where you started with nothing and built yourself to here. And maybe you just don't want to confuse it with feeling those emotions or feeling overly emotional about some sort of connection here. About the Empress. So I feel like you're currently single. I feel like the love decision that you're making, right? This person has 2 cups here. You're making a decision about love, and then we have the five of cups here. There's something that's under the surface here. It's like you want to talk to them, but you're not saying anything. You're not saying anything just yet. You've got things that are, it's like what you're concealing from them is that you're trying to hold yourself back from racing right in and just saying it all. The King of Swords here is here as well. We have the Hanged Man. So it feels like you want to be really honest with someone. It's like, I think that you want to be honest with them about the risks. You're like, look, I'm single, but love has never really worked out for me. Whenever I grab the 2 cups, the 5 are still present. And then I end up getting in regret or sadness, or it doesn't work out. And I know you're the Empress. And so it almost feels like you have the confidence to do it. You have the financial prowess to do it. You have the stability and the dependability to do it, but you've been hurt before. And whenever you grab the 2 cups, the 5 are always present, and you don't want to crash and burn something with the Empress. We have the 5 of Swords. We have the Chariot. I don't think you're going to be able to hold yourself back, though. That's what I'm thinking here. We've got the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, and we've got the Ace of Cups. So look, I feel like nothing has changed is what I want to say. Like things haven't changed, but I think that what we're looking at is what hasn't changed is your fundamental thoughts. I feel like you can't change your mind. I feel like you're kind of stuck here, your way or the highway. It feels like that things that maybe you're not the person who really knows how to speak, like there's a way that you can learn how to argue effectively, right? And that comes with time and practice and maybe someone who's showing you how to do it, like a psychologist or a psychiatrist. But I feel like what your turmoil is here is that you want the single life, but you also want love. You want true love with the Empress. You see the value in somebody. You see that they are all of it, that they are very balanced and somebody who's taking care of themselves, doing their own thing. They're on this path to victory. This person is independent. They don't really need anybody. And I feel like you're the same. I feel like you're doing really well in your Pentacle world. But I feel like that there is, with the 5 of Swords, that there is something within you, I feel, Virgo, that is not willing to compromise, that you have a set of beliefs or a belief system or things that you tell yourself that are true. And I feel like you're not really willing to budge from those things. And so I feel like you're watching from a distance. You're watching the Empress, have these wins, take care of themselves, do their thing in their life. And with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse here, it tells me that really, you could try with the Empress, but I don't think you're willing to change. I don't think you're willing to change your mind. I don't think you're willing to change your thought pattern. And although you do want love, I think that you're not willing to change. We do have the King of Pentacles as well. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. That could be the person that you are interested in, because we do have the Empress here, who is Taurus and Libra. Tell me why the Wheel of Fortune is in the reverse. Energies we have here is Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We have Libra and Taurus as well. Cancer is here. Tell me why the wheel is in reverse. So you can't change your mind. And that's the thing. You haven't yet changed your mind. You're kind of the person who has a set of belief systems that you're not willing to abandon for any connection. And I think that this is why sometimes if you are someone who's single right now, it's why all of your past relationships have crashed and burned. It's because you're not willing to change your mind. We have the Justice card, and we have the 2. So I feel like you do want love, and that's the truth. I think the honest truth is that you do want a balanced love. I mean, don't we all? But are you walking around looking for unconditional love with a bag full of conditions? That's what it feels like. Like you have a certain, and I mean, we all have certain ideas or ideals or things that we grew up with, things that we're not ready to abandon and take on somebody else's point of view. But I feel like you've kind of done it to, I want to say you've put yourself in a place here where you're just not willing to compromise on anything. And so I feel like you want love, you want a balanced love, but you're not willing to compromise. And that does not love make. That's the truth. It just doesn't, it doesn't, it makes for a temporary relationship is what it does. Because once somebody comes up against your belief system, that you kind of shut them down, that you're not willing to talk about it. Tell me about this, Chariot, please, and the Empress. So this is the person that you want to talk to, I feel. I feel like you want to kind of race in really quickly and tell this person, like you're excited, you want to be on a new path with them. I feel like you want to have this new passionate path with the Empress, but you're kind of in your head here. We've got Hermit. The Hermit is someone who is looking for their light or going within to find an answer. The Hermit is somebody who goes into hermit mode alone by themselves to make a decision based on their own set of beliefs. They don't want to be sort of contaminated with everyone else's ideas. And so I feel like this is what you want. You do want to talk to the Empress about a new path, but it feels like you're not really willing to change here. I feel like you have some genuine, beautiful, loving feelings for the Empress, but should you not be willing to change, things cannot move forward. Yeah. Death shows up immediately. If you do want some sort of a partnership, you are going to have to transform. And that's the truth. It's the only way you can get what you want. It needs to be, I feel like, first of all, if this person is a friend, it's going to end the friendship. And that's a really big step to take. When you have a friend that you fall in love with, you have this line. And if you cross over the line, you know that the friendship is gone. Like you can be friends and lovers, but what happens if you break up? You've lost the friendship, right? So it feels like with the 10 of Cups here that you do want ultimate happiness. The apex of happiness is here. You want the family. You want to move in. You want all of the happiness that is with the 10 of Cups. And you want to have someone who is also your partner. You want to be in a partnership, someone who's on your side or who is someone who is going to cooperate with you, collaborate with you, and grow with you. But I feel like like I said, it feels like it's one-sided here. And it's kind of one-sided with the King of Swords. It feels like it's your way or the highway, and you just need to find someone to listen to you. And I don't think that the Empress is your person if you're just finding someone who's just you want someone who just wants to follow along and listen to you and go with you and not really ever question your authority or anything like that. That's what it feels like here. So I feel like you do want this love, and I feel like you are going to probably talk to the Empress about it. But with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, it tells me you're still not willing to change. And if you always do what you always did, you're always going to get what you always got, Virgo. And that's the truth. We've got Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini here. We do have Scorpio energy. We have more Libra. Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We've got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We've got Virgo there. Gemini, Cancer, Libra, and Taurus energy. All right. Let's talk about Libra. Libra, this is for you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Sneak peek for singles for the week. Tell me about Libra for this weekend. It's not for the week, sorry, it's for the weekend. Sneak peek for the weekend. Whether it's this weekend or another weekend is up to you. Whether you find this today, tomorrow, or next year, it all depends. So let's find out what's going on with you, Libra singles, this weekend. We've got the Eight of Cups. It feels like you are walking away from something here. We do have the Four of Swords. You've been thinking about it for a while. I feel like you have been in intermittent communication with somebody here, and you're thinking that maybe that this is over. I don't feel like the communication is great here. And it feels like that's not what you want to settle for. I don't know if it's you who is in the swords, or maybe somebody else is, but it feels like with the Four of Swords that this is intermittent communication, because it feels like you're trying to heal the mind or make a decision or overcome some sort of a disappointment or a sadness from the past, and maybe you need to talk about it and someone's not really willing to listen. It feels like that somebody here has detached emotionally and detached, completely. It feels like it's like a relationship, whether it's friendship in the family or a love relationship. The communication has gotten worse, it's gotten bad, and we're not really talking to each other, and I don't think I want to settle for this. I think it's time for me to just face the fact that it's over. And I feel like you don't want to let go of it, because it's going to be painful to let go of it, whatever it is. But I feel like you don't want to settle for this. You know that you deserve more. You deserve communication. You deserve attention. You deserve love. And I feel like you're not really happy where you are. You're not really settled where you are. I think your intuition is telling you to go. I think you're going for purpose of balance. Yeah, you need this new beginning here. So it does feel like what's ending is a love connection. It's like something that started and didn't go on for very long, because we're still stuck at the Ace here, at the Ace of Cups here. We do have the 9. I want to say that you thought that this was your wish fulfillment. You offered the cup, but I don't feel like your communication is really good. And that can really stonewall a really good connection, as if somebody's not really willing to communicate. I feel like you're willing to take a leap of faith on that you're willing to learn how to communicate, but it feels like it's not working. I want to say that maybe we've left the spotty communication for too long, and so somebody doesn't trust that things will ever get off the ground here. I think that you do want to take a leap of faith into some sort of an Ace of Cups connection, but yeah, it feels like you need to walk away from something else first. Oh. Just listening. Hang on. Who is that? I'm clairaudient, so I get songs a lot. It's Miley Cyrus, Flowers. That's what it is. What is that about? I can buy myself flowers, and I can hold my own hand, talk to myself for hours, because no one else understands. Okay, so that's what it feels like. It feels like you're ready to go out on your own and maybe practice some self-love. I want to say that you have been thinking about someone from the past. I just can't ignore that the Fool is kind of beckoning me to look, right? That look over there. And it feels like, the heart is here. Maybe it's love in the past. But this Fool is facing into the past. So maybe the reason that you walked away, it feels like you're hung up on somebody. That's what it feels like here. Tell me about the Ten of Swords and the Ace of Cups, please, for Libra. We have the King of Wands, we have the Nine of Cups, and we have the Ten of Wands. So being single and happy has created a bit of a burden for you. And I feel like the King of Wands tells me that you are inspired to fall in love, but that for some of you, whenever you fall in love, it ends up in a dumpster fire. It feels like the Ten of Swords is telling me that you're the one that always ends up getting hurt. It goes into silence. You always end up getting hurt in the end. I want to say that you are inspired to take a step forward and go for it and get what it is that you want. I want to say that that being single and happy or having your wish fulfillment all by yourself is becoming burdensome. And so you're looking at love here. Tell me about the Fool and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, I think you do want commitment here. I think you've learned as many lessons as you can learn as a single person, but you're not looking for shallow love. You're looking for deep love. You're looking for the King of Cups kind of love. I want to say that you are emotionally available, that you are emotionally intelligent, that you have a deeper understanding about what love is because you've spent some time committing to yourself in a place where you were, this Nine of Pentacles is no joke. It could be 9 or 10 years that you've been single, that you've been learning to build yourself up pentacle by pentacle. And that might mean in your pentacle world, like your house, your home, your career, whatever it is that you do. But I feel like the lessons that you've learned with the Hierophant showing up here, the lessons that you have taught you how to deepen your love. So maybe you outgrew this love. This Ace of Cups, maybe the Ten of Swords came because you were emotionally disconnected at the beginning, but now you're here with the Ace of Cups, right? It's in the hand of the King, and you are ready for to make some sort of a commitment to somebody here. You're ready for a commitment. Tell me about the Eight of Wands here. We've got the Chariot, we've got the Wheel of Fortune, and we've got the Knight of Coins. And so I think things are about to speed up for you here. If you've been thinking, where's mine? Like, I keep getting hurt. People keep disconnecting from me. The communication is terrible. First of all, I want you to work on the communication part of it. But I want to say with the Eight of Wands here, what is speeding up? The Chariot shows up. So it tells me that you are moving forward to some type of victory, but first you'll have to change. And so you're going to have to make some changes in your pentacle world, or how quickly or slowly that you're moving at something here. It feels like there is a fated change coming. We do have this fated eclipse coming on Monday, and something is about to change here. And I want to say the pace at which something is moving, I think it was slow. It's about to speed up. And I think it's because of some sort of leap of faith that you're taking here. Tell me about the Fool. You've been holding on to wanting victory. You're at the crossroads here. So you've been holding on to the hope that you will have victory, that you will, I feel like you're looking forward to getting attention and making a decision about communicating with people who might give you attention. You might be on the apps. That's what it kind of feels like. It's like the Four of Pentacles is like I'm kind of holding back or holding within, but we do have the Six of Wands, which is getting a lot of attention. So it's almost like I feel like you're getting attention without having to put yourself out there, which tells me the apps, because, really what the apps are is like a meat shop, right? It's people shopping. You just go there and you look at somebody, and 9 times out of 10, it only ends up in hit it and quit it, because people are just trying to match with people based on what they look like, which is a total shallow way to go at it. So I want to say that you're getting a lot of attention. You need to make a decision, but you are holding back. You do want the new beginning, but you are holding back on it here. What are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do here? I feel like you're supposed to go inwards and think about it. Pisces and Cancer energy here is look at the intuition. See what the intuition has to say about what comes next, and then make your decision. Are you going to communicate with somebody? I feel like you're getting a lot of hits on your profile or something like that. It feels like you've got a lot of attention, and now you need to make a decision about which one of these people you want to communicate with. I think you need to go into the moon energy first, and that's because the moon energy is hiding some things. Like maybe the reason that you're getting hurt in relationships, or they crash and burn, or the communication isn't good, it could be some shadow work that you need to do. Could be that. But I want to say that there is somebody out there who is attracted to you, and I feel like that person's going to communicate with you. Could be a Queen of Cups, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, possibly. We also do have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We have Cancer energy, Pisces and Cancer, more Pisces and Cancer. We've got lots of cups here. Look at these cups all over the place. We've got some fire energy, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, more Aries energy, more fire. Yeah. All right. It's at the bottom of the deck. We've got the Six of Pentacles in the upright, and the Knight of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you are charging into some sort of reciprocal situation. I want to encourage you to be very vocal, be very honest. And if it chases people away, it does. It just means they're not the right person. Don't try and not speak up or not say something just because you think that somebody is going to run. You need to be who you're going to be. And that's how being authentic is how you attract something authentic, because you are not attracting what you want. You are attracting what you are, Libra. All right. So you need to figure out what you are. All right, Scorpio, give me a drink. Hang on a sec here. How are you doing, Scorpio? I hope you're well. There we go. All right, sneak peek for the single Scorpios. Do me a favor, send me a single Scorpio. Let's find out what's going on with single Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about this weekend. Sneak peek for the single Scorpio. Tell me about Scorpio. We do have the Six of Swords, so it does feel like there is movement here for the weekend. Movement of the mind. So if you've been stuck in the head about something you've been thinking about, not being able to make a decision, I feel like the chaos is over here. That you are, you've decided to head out toward your wish fulfillment. It's like you were thinking about it, right? We've got Aquarius energy up in your head, trying to make decisions, going over the facts, that kind of thing, but in a healing kind of way. I feel like with the Six of Swords, it's telling me that it is time for you to move forward here. I feel like you've done a lot of thinking, a lot of self-preservation, a lot of building yourself, gaining wisdom, really figuring out who you are and what you want. And I think you did it by yourself. When I say that, I mean without the contaminants of people trying to tell you who you are or what you should do or who you should be with. So we have the Six of Swords, which is cutting out from the chaos and going to the calm. The calm that you find is the hermit mode. I think that you find a lot of calm in being by yourself. I think you enjoy your own company. Tell me more. We have the Tower, we have the Hanged Man, and we have the Four of Swords with the moon in the distance. So there is some sort of a shift or a change coming up this weekend that is going to cause the movement. So it feels like you have had little to no communication with people, and I want to say that's because you're in the hermit mode. The Hanged Man is here. The reason that you are hermiting is because you're trying to look at something from a different perspective. It's like from your perspective, you see everything is green and lush and everything's working out. I think that what you need to realize that there is another side. I'm just looking at this zipper. So you're in this environment, but you need to see that there is another side. There is blue sky and clouds here, but I feel like you haven't yet seen the other side. And so I think that being in this hermit energy is you're trying to get yourself out of this stuck energy. Like you feel kind of stuck. It feels like you're going with the hermit mode and the hanged energy. I feel like you are spiritually growing and you're trying to figure yourself out. But I also feel like there is something out there that you feel like you need to have an understanding of before you can move forward here. The Tower is telling me that you've been trying to hold this thing together for a really long time. And what I think you've been trying to hold together is like this healing energy, wish fulfillment. I feel like whatever you thought you wanted, the universe is showing you that you can detach from it or depart from it, the wish fulfillment possibly, and that it's okay to spend time within you to figure out what you want. Because it almost feels like, Scorpio, that maybe you have been trying to appease people, or feeling like maybe in the past you had to change yourself in order to fit in or something like that. I feel like with the Hermit energy and the Hanged Man that you're no longer going to feel like that. I feel like whatever the Tower is, whatever you were trying to hold together here, I feel like you're healing from it now. Tell me what the Tower is, please, for Scorpio. What is this Tower energy, please? What is the illusion that's breaking apart here? Something broke down, and so you had to go. It was too chaotic within the Tower energy. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Wands, and we have the Ace of Swords. I feel like you had a really hard conversation with somebody here. In the very near past, it feels like with the Eight of Wands that that the Ace of Swords tells me you got some clarity or some honesty from... No, you're giving clarity and honesty here with the Page of Pentacles. And it feels like you're being really honest about an opportunity that was offered to you that maybe you saw as a false opportunity. You didn't think that it was going to make much of a difference in your life. And so the wish fulfillment, the thing that you thought that you want, right? They always say, careful what you wish for. I think there was something that you wished for, Scorpio, and you got it. And when it showed up, you didn't want it. And sometimes that happens because sometimes when things are in the distance, we romanticize it, right? It's the thing that I want. And it's like when people watch tarot without their intuition. If you don't have intuition, you shouldn't be watching tarot because all you're going to do is be led around by all the different readers. And that's not what you want. So I feel like there's a situation here. I feel like somebody somebody wanted to talk to you about an opportunity and you realized that when the opportunity arrived, it wasn't for you. And so that's why you left. And it put you in a place of hermit mode. It's like, well, if I'm manifesting things I don't want, then what? Like, it feels like you're trying to go in and figure out who you are here. And it's got you a little bit stuck. Tell me about this. We've got the Four of Wands. We've got the Six of Cups in the reverse and the Wheel of Fortune. So it feels like you're stuck with, it feels like you're stuck with like romanticized ideas of the past. It's like you're stuck in these memories from the past, and it's like you romanticize them. Sometimes that happens, right? We get in a relationship and then we break up from the relationship, and then when the person's gone, we romanticize what could have been, but it never was. So the truth of the matter is, in the present moment, it wasn't ever happening like that. But in your mind, you had romanticized, oh, it's going to work out. It feels like the Four of Wands is what you romanticized, and that you're stuck in some sort of a thought pattern or feelings of nostalgia about someone you used to live with, be married to, engaged to. And I feel like that when it came down to it, that when that situation showed up, you didn't want it. And so now you're kind of tucked away in the Hermit energy and the Hanged Man, thinking about this. Is this really what I wanted? I feel like things are about to change for you here. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like you're about to get out of this energy here of thinking about the past. I feel like you're stuck in nostalgia is what it is. So we have the Emperor. So you're kind of pulling it all together, and you are becoming responsible and stable, and you're making a decision to move forward to get whatever it is that you want. It's, people, when we talk about wish fulfillment's great because it is what you've wished for. But, sometimes when it shows up, it looks different close up than it did from a distance. So I think when from a distance, it looked like a surprise love. It looked exciting. I feel like with the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups and the Page of Cups, it looked like a new beginning of love, a new passionate start. And from a distance, that's what it looked like. But when it got close up, it was the Page of Cups. When you were able to see it close up, it was like, oh, well, this person doesn't feel like I do, or this person still can't love to the depth that I love because the Emperor's here. I feel like you're the Emperor, Scorpio, and you are the King of Cups. Right? And so I feel like you are the ultimate in deep, psychic, beautiful, loving energy, but you didn't really show it on the surface. However, that being said, I think that now that you're the Emperor and you have all of this wisdom that you've gained in hermit mode, I feel like you realize now that what you thought was the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups was actually the Page of Cups. Somebody here could not love to the depth that you love. So even though you were loving them with all of your depth, they can only love you to the Page of Cups, which is sort of childlike energy. We have the Seven of Wands and we have the Four of Cups. So it feels like you're becoming more, I'm going to say that you're allowing your heart space to open a little bit, but you've put up some boundaries, which is really the safest place to be. You can open up your heart and be emotionally available and be vulnerable emotionally and all of that stuff as long as you have some pretty good boundaries. And I think that you have put up some pretty good boundaries. And I feel like you're stuck on, I want a long-term relationship, I want love, but when this wish fulfillment showed up, you're like, no, that's not what I want. Interesting. Very interesting. So we do have Aquarius energy. We've got Virgo. We've got Aries. We've got Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We've got more Scorpio energy and some Piscean energy. All right, Scorpio. Tell me about Sagittarius. Sagittarius, this is your sneak peek for the weekend, my single Saggies. Tell me about Sagittarius singles for the weekend. Just saw the Ace of Cups, by the way. Let's find out what's going on here. Tell me about Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Sag, if you're interested in a private reading, I have posted a comment to the top of all the comments right below this video. If you're interested in booking a reading with me, just go on over to Wizio and do that. I'm on a 10-day turnaround time. Sag, what's going on with you? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We do have the Death card, so something is about to transform. Tell me more about Sagittarius. We have the Four of Pentacles. So something I feel that you've been holding on to is transforming or is ending. Tell me about Sag. Oh, interesting. I feel like there's about to be a transformational meeting, Sag, that you might be getting an invitation or you're going to a celebration. You might be invited out with friends somewhere. It feels like this is a time of transformation for you, and that it's the end of you being shut off, shut down, not being vulnerable, or holding on to transformation. Like it feels like you were hoping that something would transform here, and it does feel like it includes another person, like in a reunion or going out and being social with that person. It's the end of being... It's the end of being shut off, shut down, not being vulnerable. I feel like you're about to open up to someone or someone's about to open up to you. It's transforming. The energy is transforming from being shut off and shut down to being in this place of happiness. It's because the Wheel of Fortune is here. The Wheel of Fortune is telling me that change and transformation, this here is an awakening. It feels like somebody is waking up to some sort of connection they have with you here. The Wheel of Fortune is fate, and fate is what's coming up with our friend coming up on Monday here, the eclipse. Things that are fated, things that the universe were going to give you because it's supposed to be what you're supposed to have. I feel like that is coming up, and it is coming up in the form of a reunion or a group friendship or something like that. Someone is bringing you information. I was just going to say someone is bringing you information. There's a messenger here. Okay, look, some of you could have a friend or a group of friends who are always scouting for you. Like you might have friends who are like, oh, you know, Sag is my friend Sag is single. Are you single? Like it's like somebody's been scouting, looking for a date for you, or wanting to invite you somewhere where they think you might meet somebody. That's what it feels like here. I feel like you've had some sort of change in your life or a transformation about how you feel about social situations, that maybe before you would refuse them or say, nah, I'm not interested. But I think that is changing here. We have the Five of Swords. We have the Four of Wands in the reverse. So it's kind of a delicate balance here, I want to say, Sag, that you have a belief system, that you have things that you believe that might be things that your parents passed on to you, traditional things or things that you've learned in life that you're never going to do again. When I see the Five of Swords, it's about a fundamental difference. And we have the Page of Swords that is right next to the Five, which tells me 6. So I want to say that you're kind of in the my way or the highway. It's like you have a really tight checklist of what you're looking for in a person. And if that person doesn't match the checklist, then you're out. That you know that there are certain things that you won't put up with. One of those things is don't badger me into trying to change my mind about something that I've already decided on. Because the Five of Swords is about conflict. It's about conflict and disagreement. It's about battles, personal differences, and egos. And so it does feel like if somebody's going to give you that energy right off the bat, then you're gone. You're out. Six of Swords. That's okay. I'm good to go. I don't need you. So it feels like there are friends who are trying to match you up with somebody here. Something here is about to transform or change, and it's about to move you forward into a really positive space, like a positive mind space. This death card, this this person on the death card here is holding a sword, swords, right? 5, 6, 7. It's like there's something under the surface that is being concealed that you don't see. I want to say that it's a happy thing because the Wheel of Fortune is here. And it feels like somebody, a friend, somebody that you know from this friend group or a soul tribe is trying to fix you up with somebody here. You're not really into looking for stability right now in a relationship. I feel like the Four of Wands being in the reverse tells me you don't have your eye out for a soulmate. You're not really looking at moving in. I don't want to get serious with anybody here. All I want is my justice. I want truth and justice and balance, and that's what I get on my own. Libra energy. All right, tell me about this Three of Cups and the Knight of Swords. It feels like you're going to get some information from somebody who's going to ask you, like it's like a messenger is going to ask you, can you come out to this thing? It's a social thing. There's going to be people there that you know. I'd like you to meet somebody. We have the Devil. It could be a Capricorn. I feel like when they call or communicate that to you, the first thing is fear. I feel like you feel in fear, in doubt. Oh God, here we go again. They're trying to fix me up, and I don't, all I end up finding is these people who are obsessed with themselves, obsessed with their own energy. Tell me about the Devil. We have the Three of Wands in the reverse and the Two of Wands. I think people pursue you that just want one thing, and I think you're over it. And I feel like the thing that they want is not conversation, if you know what I mean, right? I feel like when the Devil shows up, it is like temptations of the flesh. It's temptations of the material world, and you don't want to be stuck there. You don't want to be stuck there with the Devil in a codependent sort of relationship. I think you're over it with the Three of Wands in the reverse. You're like, I'm not waiting around for anybody who thinks they're just going to show up and tell me what to do. The Two of Wands is here. It's like you have come to a place in your life. We see this person standing like on the top of at the top of the castle. They're surveying the land, and it feels like somebody has made a decision to fly or to do something, make a decision to go. And so I feel like with the Three of Wands, you're like, I don't really want to meet anybody who feels like they have dominance over me. Like it feels like you don't want someone who is just going to tell you what to do and expect you to go along. I feel like you've been meeting people like that. That it's like the people that you've been meeting, Sag, come into your life and they say, well, this is who I am. Accept me for who I am. And then they expect you to change in order to fall in file with them. And I don't think you're down with that anymore. I think you've got the Five of Swords here and you're like, I'm not dealing with that anymore. I think that that's about to change. I feel like you're going to be less on guard with this particular outing here or this invitation. Yeah, I feel like in this particular one, it's like it's going to be full of people who are looking for other people who have value. They see value. They seek out value and worth. Somebody who is confident, somebody who does have their own set of beliefs. So I feel like with the Lovers here that it feels like that you could meet someone who you might be deeply connected to because you've done the work. The Hermit's here. You've got the wisdom. You've done the work. You're confident. You're running your own business, or you are very single and abundant and you're okay being that. It feels like that the person that your friend or whoever is trying to get you involved with is really picking a good one. Like it feels like there is somebody here who is open and available for a relationship. They're looking for someone just like you that has tenacity, right? You're Sagittarius. You're the Queen of Wands, right? So someone who's tenacious, who does their own thing. Tell me why the Wheel of Fortune is here, please. I think you're about to change your mind about someone, I want to say. So the Wheel of Fortune is here, and I think that things are going to start to move really quickly because the Knight of Wands is here. We do have the Seven of Pentacles, and we do have the Emperor. Very interesting. Very interesting. Something is about to change, and it's about to change big. It feels like there is an emperor, right? So the person who is maybe a business owner, someone who feels that they are the authority. And I want to say that this person is one who makes really big decisions for a lot of people. This person has a lot of responsibility. And I want to say when the emperor is in the upright, that the emperor is taking care of what they need to take care of. And I want to say that this person has put a lot of work into themselves. They've built themselves to here. You know what I mean? It feels like you, but I don't think you're the emperor. I think this is someone else, but it feels like someone who's mirroring you. I feel like you're going to change your mind. this friend is going to ask you to go into this get together, this party here. And I feel like you're going in kind of like you feel like you're going into battle, but I think that something's changing here. And I think that the kind of people that this person is going to invite you to see or to know are very different from the ones that you used to know. So yeah, you're ready to move forward. I'm like, you know what? If this person doesn't fit my quick list of things and priorities that I have, then I'm out. Because I'm the Queen of Wands, and I called her out. There she is. I'm the Queen of Wands. I do what I want. I'm an individual. I go and get what I want. And I'm always got opportunities arriving because I'm manifesting everything. So it does feel like, I feel like you are, this is a bit of chaotic energy. So if you've been single, this might be why, that maybe you've been standing your ground too hard, I want to say, that maybe you've been too picky. And I mean, it's good to be picky. Please always be picky. But I want to say that when it comes to a place of, that you won't give an inch, then maybe that's the problem. Maybe you have to give an inch. You know what I mean? But I feel like with the Six of Swords here, that it tells me that you are disconnecting from this chaotic energy. I feel like you're on your own. You do your own thing. And so if the Emperor wants to pursue you, they can pursue you. I feel like you're going to see the Emperor as, at first you're going to see them as the devil, because this one is the conqueror, right? This one's the one in charge, the person who, essentially fills up the room with their attitude, their energy. You know what I mean? So you're going to see them as the devil. You're going to see them as a conqueror, someone who's maybe looking for someone to obey. Like, I feel like you're going to see this person for that energy at first, but I don't think that this is what you need to worry about. Yeah, this person is the King of Wands. So they are someone who is just like you, and someone who you'll be able to talk to about these passionate things of the Queen and the King of Wands, because you both deal in passion. You're both very good looking. You'll be very attracted at the beginning. And I feel like you might be meeting your wish fulfillment. If you are meeting your wish fulfillment at this gathering, this person will find you. You don't got to look for them. You don't got to chase them. This person is going to find you and hone in on you, because you're the one who's liberated. You might be the only one in the room who's liberated, doing their own thing, a little bit weird, a little bit off-color humor, right? And this person is going to be attracted to that. So I feel like there's some sort of big transformation coming here for you, Sag. And we do have the Five of Cups. You go from sadness to wish fulfillment. And then we have the Hanged Man energy here. And so you go from sadness to wish fulfillment, feeling fulfilled. And then you go into the Hanged Man energy, which is you start, from a distance, sort of using your intuition. Is this the right person? I need to see things from their point of view. Like, I feel like you immediately, this Emperor calls you into their energy and you feel comfortable there because you feel protected. The Emperor is also a protector, right? All right. So we do have the King and the Queen of Wands, right? Beautiful couple, very attracted to each other. And that is Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We do have Gemini energy here. We have Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. We have Aries here, Leo. We have Capricorn energy, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We do have Aquarius energy again, more Piscean and Aquarius energy. We have Scorpio. We have more Gemini and Virgo energy. All right. Let's look at you, Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Let's talk about Capricorn, please, for the weekend. The single Capricorn for this weekend. Sneak peek for this weekend here, Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Capricorn, please. Tell me about Capricorn. We do have the Two of Swords. What are you all blocked off about? Something here that you don't see for what it is, and so you're standing back. It's like, I'm looking at that, giving it a side eye from a distance. We've got the Moon. That's why you're not really sure. Things aren't as they seem, and that's why you've got your guard up here. Oh, I just heard the song in my head. I think her name is Jax. Middle Finger. Yeah. That's the song. I'm clairaudient, so I get a lot of music in my head. Let me see if I can hear the lyrics. Something about being through way too much. It's time for me to not give a fuck. I'm putting my middle finger up. So it feels like you're like, I'm not even going to apologize for this. I'm right now, I'm just in the Two of Swords. I'm protecting myself. I don't want to look at you. It feels like that the Moon is, yeah, I think that's your attitude, that song, Middle Finger. I think that you have been doing too much for other people. and you're done with doing things for other people. It's time for someone to come and do things for you. And so I think you're putting your middle finger up here. Now, I feel like love has showed up, or is about to show up this weekend, possibly. And it feels like somebody might express their feelings, right? We've got the Queen. Wow. What? Look at that, Capricorn. Look, it feels like there is somebody who's going to express their feelings to you. The Queen of Swords is the one who's going to be very honest and very authentic with the way that they tell you about their feelings and how they feel about you. Someone is here making a judgment. It could be someone who's coming back from the past for some of you. I just got to say it because that's what the Judgment card can be about, especially during Mercury retrograde. And so I feel like with this Judgment and the Tower here, that somebody's having some sort of a major revelation, and I don't think it's you. I feel like there is a major change of events here. A major change of events. It could be this weekend for some of you, but it could be another weekend for others. I feel like someone is about to say exactly how they feel. Someone might even tell another person, I love you. So this is sort of it's like a rude awakening here. That the Judgment card is like, we need to resurrect this thing. It could be a reconciliation for some of you because somebody has now finally realized what they want. Well, that escalated quickly. Capricorn, that escalated quickly. We've got Pisces. Oh my God. And then the Emperor shows up. So we have Pisces and Cancer energy here. We've got Aquarius energy. We've got Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Virgo, and Pisces. And then we have Scorpio. Now Aries just showed up. What? Okay, look at that. You're side-eyeing your person. So this is what happens, right? We go through a lot of really hard things, hardships, hard relationships, and then we start to lose faith that we're ever going to find that person. And then when the person does show up who is showing you that they're pursuing or that they're emotionally available, we start to side-eye that person. So I don't know if you're the Emperor or the Empress. You're one of the two, Capricorn. You could be either one. It's masculine leaning energy, feminine leaning energy, and that's the reason these two fit, is because both of them, like this is a feminine leaning energy with a bit of masculine. This is the masculine leaning energy with a bit of feminine. So I feel like you are the person who is going to show up. Maybe they've showed up already and expressed their feelings to you. This is your person. This is somebody at the highest level of, in my readings here, you've been someone who's been on quite a journey, right? A journey of building up the self. And I feel like that the Empress is calling in someone who is on their vibration, whether you're feminine or masculine Empress, you're calling in the Emperor. And I feel like you don't see this Emperor coming because the Moon energy is here, and you're all boundaried up, right? You're like, I'm not even looking that way. My eyes are covered. I got the swords up, and you're side-eyeing anybody who comes within a visual. Anybody that comes close enough for you to see them, it's like you're giving them the side eye. That's what it feels like here. And then we do have the Nine of Wands. I want to say this is going to go off like soon, because the Nine of Wands is the end of the cycle. It's the place where you can finally get off your knee and take that wand with you here. But I want to say that the cycle is almost over. The heaviness is almost over. The tragedy, the stuff that you've had to gone through in the past, everything has led you up to here, to this beautiful love. And I feel like it's going to show up to you and profess their love to you. You're not going to have to do anything. Nothing. Look at all this energy here. Tell me about this Emperor. What does Capricorn need to know about the Emperor, please? Yep, this is the person who is communicating with you here. This is someone. It feels like that's the challenge, right? It feels like there is someone here who's been holding back but is going to communicate, that they sort of feel intuitively like you are their person. This is going to start small. We do have the Page of Cups. I feel like you will be getting some sort of small, sweet message from somebody. And if you're like, Elsie, that's not an emperor, it's a king. Well, all the kings are here present with the Emperor, but maybe they were a king the last time you saw them. And now that they're coming forward, and I think that I'm talking about the Emperor because the Empress doesn't chase. So you're not, like, the Empress isn't the one that's chasing, it's the Emperor. So it feels like this person is about to communicate with you. So it's probably someone that maybe a friend has given this person your number and said, contact my friend. They're single. or this is someone that you know. Take it as it resonates for you. We have the 8 of Swords. We have the 4 of Cups, the Queen of Cups. You do know this person. Yeah, you do know this person, and I want to say the last time you saw them, that you were a queen, and the last time they saw you, they were probably a king. And since you two have been apart, you've had all of this wisdom, all of this knowledge, you've learned a bunch of things about the self, and now you two will be coming back together, that there's been a time apart. It feels like there's two people who have been in disconnect or been apart from each other. And the reason I think you know each other is because of the 4 of Cups. It feels like there's already been an opportunity that somebody had given the other person in love and somebody didn't answer. They were stuck in their head, thinking obsessively about it. But it's almost like somebody made up the text and didn't hit send. I had a friend who did that to me yesterday. I was like, where's this person? I'm worried about them. And then I texted today and they're like, oh, sorry, I just noticed I typed out the text and I didn't hit send. So it almost feels like that. So the 4 of Cups tells me that somebody did offer you a cup in the past and you may have turned it down. Maybe you feel like you've missed the opportunity. And I'm going to say hold out for what you want. But I do feel like this is coming back around for some of you because the judgment is here. But for others of you, it could be a new person. Because I really feel like you have a friend or somebody who is given another person your phone number or your Facebook dates or something like that. Go look up my friend. That's what it feels like here. So we do have the Hermit here. So you're not expecting it because you're just doing your own thing, taking care of yourself, repairing the mind. You might be in hiding, or maybe not hiding, but really just sort of into yourself, focused on you. Things are about to change, my friend. Yes, they are really about to change. Your old cycle, the old cycle of being single, having these people come toward you who you feel like need you to follow, or, you know, it's like you're no longer being duped by people who have energy that is less than the Empress. Now you're going to be meeting the Emperor. But I think that you might find that the Emperor feels a little bit bossy because you're used to being on your own and doing your own thing. I feel like a lot of stuff is about to change. Like, look at this energy. This is so crazy for you. I feel like you're about to get some sort of communication, or maybe you'll bump into the Emperor. But this person's a big deal, and they're on your level. They're on your vibrational level, my friend. But I think you're still going to give them the side eye because you've been through enough. You're going to be like, hold your position because I've been through enough already. I don't want to get hurt. So we do have the Hanged Man energy. We have Scorpio. We have Virgo. With Pisces, Scorpio. We have Virgo and Pisces. We have Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio energy. We do have the Emperor, who is Aries. We have more Pisces, Cancer energy. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Libra and Taurus. And Aquarius energy with the Hermit on the bottom of the deck. All right, Aquarius. Aquarius singles, tell me what's going on with the Aquarius singles, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Aquarius, if you're interested in a private read, please look at the comments. At the very top of all the comments, I've pinned some information there if you're interested in going on over to Wizio and getting a private read. I'm on a 10-day turnaround time. Let's talk about it. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Sneak peek for the singles for this weekend. We do have justice. Some sort of truth is coming out for you. You're getting some balance this weekend. Tell me what justice means, please. Tell me what justice means. Ooh, the full moon. Ooh, very interesting. The 6 of Cups. Look at that. Aquarius, this is very interesting energy. I feel like you let go of something. I feel like you release something or you let it go back on the full moon on the 25th of March. I feel like somebody maybe did a ritual and wrote something down on paper. I'm sending this back to the universe. I'm surrendering this stuff. It feels like somebody let go, released something or someone. And I feel like this energy of justice is telling me that things are now in balance because you let something go, and here comes the surprise. It feels like the 6 of Cups being here is no coincidence. It feels like there is, like you have memories of someone or some nostalgia with someone. It could be a best friend, could be a member of the family, or someone that you've been in love with, someone that you have a lot of history with. It does feel like emotional I want to say emotional existence. It's like you've been in an emotional existence with this person before. So whether that's in a last life or in this life, we've got Libra energy here. We've got the Death card. Yeah, you really did release something. I love it, Aquarius. You really did some releasing. You know why? Because you're ready to work on yourself finally. And you're like, I feel like you are, that's where the balance is going within, doing the self-mastery, working on you. Because anybody who has awakened or anybody who now realizes, it's like you now realize what you've been doing wrong. That's what it feels like. And you've realized that it's not out there. It's not what they're doing to me. It's not what they're saying to me. It's not because of this situation or that situation. That's not what it's about. What it's about is you. It's always been about you. That's 8 Pentacles. The stars in this deck are pentacles. It's always been about you. It's about you working on you, making you feel worth for yourself. It never was about what was going on around the outside. But I think that you have let go of someone or something in order to balance the scales, because that full moon back there was a full moon in Libra. It was a lunar eclipse and a full moon in Libra. And I think that you let go of a bunch of stuff, which has brought you some sort of karmic balance, because now you're no longer focused on everyone else. You're focused on you. You know that it was your part in allowing all of that stuff to affect you, that I feel that you now are thinking about those things, like nostalgic things, thinking about the past. We have the Ace of Wands and the 7 of Cups. So to be on this path by yourself is feeling a little bit overwhelming, but I think that's where you're supposed to be. I feel like you are feeling probably more excited and feeling like you want to embark on a new path of excitement and creativity. It feels like the Ace of Wands is telling me something is here to open up for you, because the 8 of Pentacles is telling me you're doing a whole lot of work on yourself, and that you are finding justice in the release. I love it. I'm totally all for that. Tell me about the 8 of Pentacles and the 6 of Cups, please. We have the Page of Pentacles, we have the Ace of Swords, and we have the 4 of Swords. So you really are trying to heal the mental health. That's what it looks like. You're having realizations as you work on yourself. You're having realizations that the opportunities will come, and I feel like you're stuck in nostalgia. So it feels like the opportunities that are supposed to arrive will arrive, but it feels like you are trying to cut yourself away from memories of the past. I think you're going to be successful because the Ace of Swords is here, and you're working on your mental health, the 4 of Swords. It feels like you are spending time by yourself, sort of commiserating with your source, whether that's a god or whoever it is, whoever your source is, creator. I feel like you are spending time by yourself, really trying to get things right about what you want. And I feel like this is the opportunity of the moment. The Page of Pentacles to me is telling me that this is the opportunity. I really do feel that by the time you are done sort of in this leg of your, this stretch of your healing, that I feel with the Page of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles, it tells me that you are going to be confident and single, and you would have built yourself up to here by yourself. I feel like you're going to have no need from the stuff from the past. Like, I feel like right now you're kind of nostalgic because you've let something go or someone go. What did you let go here? You let go of heartbreak. Oh, I love that for you. Aquarius, it's time for you to let go of people disappointing you. Let go of the heartache, the heartbreak, if you've been cheated on, the third-party connections. It's time for you to let go of all of that. We have the 4 of Wands and the 4 of Moons. It's all giving you stability. Stability emotionally, stability in your passions, stability in your home. I feel like you've just made the best decision of your whole life, honestly. I feel like what's waiting for you is the Ace of Wands here. We have the 7 of Wands. Now you have boundaries. We have the 7 of Wands. We have the 8 of Swords. And we have the Chariot. So I feel like you will be moving forward to some type of victory. What is this victory? We do have the Knight of Swords. We have the King of Wands in the reverse and the Page of Cups. So I want to say that all of this work that you're doing on yourself is all accumulating to a place of really beautiful things. I want to say that you've got these boundaries because you're working on yourself. It feels like you're moving forward with your emotions under the surface. You're not wearing your heart on your sleeve anymore. We have the Knight of Swords. It feels like you're going to be brave and courageous. The King of Wands is in the reverse, and I feel like what you're not doing is running after passionate things. You're not running after the shiny thing. And what I mean is you're going to actually get into people's heads and talk about them and talk about the sun and the moon and the stars, and not just look at it from, a skeletal point of view, because that doesn't tell you anything about who someone is. I mean, we've seen it many, many times where someone is very beautiful on the outside, handsome, beautiful, attractive, and then they open their mouth and they have a set of immoral beliefs that you're like, I'm out of here. Like, it just makes them unattractive. So I think that what you've decided here is that you are surprisingly not going to be, it's surprising because of the Page of Cups. Surprisingly, I feel like you've decided you're no longer going to be chasing the shiny thing. That I feel like you are now going to keep your feelings under the surface. You're going to get the victory by being very vocal and talking about it, getting down to the nitty gritty, being very witty and fun. I feel like you have let a lot release and you've done a lot of work on yourself. And I think that's really beautiful. We have the Seven of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. So it feels like there might be someone coming in your future here you have been waiting for the Queen of Swords, possibly. The Queen of Swords, masculine or feminine, is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. And we do have the Seven of Pentacles, which tells me that there's been a period of lull or waiting, or I need to learn to put more effort into talking to someone, getting to know them in the mind, getting to know them, who they are intellectually, before I start chasing the passionate thing. Oh, I kind of love that for you. That's really beautiful, Aquarius. Okay, so we do have Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. We have Cancer energy. We have Aries energy. We've got Scorpio, and we've got Libra. All right. I'm going to say that awards you the most beautiful read of today. Of course, we haven't done Pisces yet, which we're going to do right now. Pisces, here we are. This is your sneak peek for this weekend, my single Pisces. What's coming up here? Single Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Pisces, if you are interested in a private read, please look below this video. It's at the very top of all the comments. I've pinned a comment that has all the information you need if you want to get yourself over to Wizio for a private read. It's quite reasonable. $40 is where they start if you have one question. All right, here we go. Tell me about Pisces, my two fishes friends. This is a sneak peek for the singles for this weekend. Let's find out what's going on here for Pisces. We have the Eight of Swords. You are stuck in your head. What's going on here? There's something that you don't understand. You're thinking obsessively about. It's about an ending. What else do we have here? We have the Knight of Cups. All right. You know what I think the World card is telling me? That it's like you've reached a place of I feel of coming full circle. I feel like the World card being here with the Eight of Swords is telling me that you're getting out of your head, because we're closing the door on that, right? It's the end of the cycle. It's the end of the cycle of overthinking everything. And I feel as though the thing that is, the top of your mind, it feels like that you can't get out of your head about thinking about some sort of a romantic situation. You could be dealing with a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio. We do have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo energy here. I think something is like, it feels like is coming full circle here, or there's an achievement or a milestone, and the milestone is you're no longer in your head thinking things over and over and over again. It's like you're no longer wondering where the love is, and so that's why I think that the Knight is pointing inward to this reading, that there is incoming romance here. We do have the moon is in the reverse, and for me, the moon being in the reverse is actually the sun. It's like something comes to the surface, and now you can see it, and now because you can see it, you can make a decision about it. The Page of Wands is here. Do you want to go on this new path or not? So something is about to come to the surface here, and I think it comes to the surface, and that's what causes you to get out of this place where you had stuck yourself in your mind, felt like your hands were tied, that there wasn't anything that you could do, that you'd have to be living in this energy in the mind for a while. Wow, what's that? Wow, the Tower and the World card. This is a milestone, and because it is a milestone, everything that happened before that, I feel, is being pulled to the ground. The illusion was you were stuck in your head. The illusion was you couldn't get out of your head. The universe is trying to get your attention, Pisces, because something's coming up here. Tell me what's going on. Justice. You're about to get justice in romance. You're about to get justice in love, my friend. The Fool. What? Pisces, look at this. Yep, I'm hearing Miley Cyrus with the Wrecking Ball song. It's coming in like a wrecking ball. It's like you don't understand how big this is. It's like a big love. Could be an Aries, could be a Scorpio. Those are big loves to me. Those are grand displays of affection. And it's going to close a chapter that was back there. And I think that the chapter was you stopped thinking about it. You stopped overthinking about it. You stopped giving your attention to it. And I feel because you did, here it comes. There's a really balanced, truthful, honest love that is arriving, which is the Knight of Cups. I like this Knight of Cups. This one is kind of handsome. Being attracted to, oh, wait, you know what? They're kind of androgynous person here. They kind of look masculine, but kind of look feminine. Yeah. Somebody's coming in with an Ace of Cups, my friend. So we've got lots of major arcana here, which always means lots of changes. Look, we do have this, I keep telling you, right? We do have this eclipse coming up on Monday. It is a new moon. It is a new cycle. New doors are opening. New cycles are beginning because the old cycles have closed. That is the full moon, right? This is the old cycles that have closed here. So it does look like that not only has the cycle closed, but the universe is coming in to get rid of any ideas, thought patterns, things that you were stuck to, things that had you stuck. That's what the Tower is for. You've decided to close the door on the overthinking, and so the Tower's like, okay, send to the Tower, because we need to close this timeline before Pisces tries to go back there looking for someone else. Tell me about the Tower, please. This is it's like a slamming of the door. That's what it feels like. I'm not doing this with you anymore. It's like a real slamming of the door. We do have the Lovers here. Very interesting. We do have the Strength card, and we have the Ace of Pentacles. Somebody's been holding back. Somebody is holding back on investing in you. And you're like, you know what? You can't do this to me anymore. I'm not doing this with you. And you slam the door. You're like, no. Yeah, you know what? I think you're my soulmate. But you know what? That's not going to hold me to anything. If you can't invest in me and you're holding back this investment that might change our lives, then you don't get it. It feels like you are coming out of this place of overthinking the past, where somebody who is like, yeah, I'm your soulmate. Yeah, I know that I'm your soulmate, but they won't do anything about it. They won't do anything about it. So I think that you're just leaving it behind here. Why were you stuck in the Eight of Swords? What? The Wheel of Fortune's here now. We have the Four of Wands, and we have the King now. Okay, the King of Cups. So I feel like it feels like somebody who was like terrorizing the universe. Can I have it now? Can I have it now? Is it here yet? Is it here yet? When is it going to be here? Hello, mama, mama, mama. I'm thinking about Family Guy when Stewie comes in the room and he's like bugging his mom. Mummy, mummy, mother, mother, hello, mama. It feels like you were like pestering the universe. Is it here yet? When is it coming? When's the time? When's the timetable? Is it coming? And I feel like you're finally out of that energy. And when you turn your back, here comes all of it. when you decide to get out of that Eight of Swords energy, everything changes. Everything changes once you get out of that energy and slam the door on this person who had you waiting for a very long time. It's like they had you waiting and then they showed up and they're holding back with this Ace of Pentacles. And you're like, nah, brah, I've waited long enough. So I feel like something is changing here. Something fated is about to happen for you this weekend or on Monday, or something around this area is huge. It's a fated moment here. And so you don't have to manifest. You don't have to do your rituals. You don't have to do anything, because whatever's going to happen is going to happen next week. You have no control over it. The Wheel of Fortune is here. It's fated. It's divine timing. Things are changing and they're all abundant. Now, change can look pretty hard on the surface, but I don't think you're scared of change. We do have what is changing here is the Four of Wands. You might be moving, or someone might be moving in, or you might be taking a relationship to the next level. If you're dating someone, someone might say, I love you. If you are not dating someone, I feel like you are about to. I feel like you're about to find somebody here, or this person will find you, and they could be the King of Cups. Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. This person is very protective, very solid in their emotions. This is someone who is available to look at you and your emotions and support you in your time of need. This is someone who's very romantic, someone who's very honest and truthful, someone who will give you a lot of clarity, who's willing to open a conversation about anything that you want to talk about. Nothing's off the table. I think this is the person that is your Ten of Cups. It's, for some of you, it could be somebody who walked away that is coming back, because I did see the Eight of Cups just now. Tell me about this stable romance. This, I feel like you're getting karmic justice. It's like you've done a lot of good in this life. You've done a lot of good. You've got yourself in a good position. You're taking care of you. You're shutting doors on people that you no longer need in your life. And here comes your reward. There's the Two of Cups, my friend. Look, you did shut the door on the lovers, but nobody says you got to stay with the soulmate, because you're going to meet soulmates in this life who have not done their work and who are not on the same level that you are. I believe you're about to meet someone who is on your same vibrational level here. We have the Temperance card. It is the moment of alchemy. And we have the Ten of Wands. It's going to have you drop all of your burdens. So if you've been carrying burdens about romance, like, where's mine? I'm lonely. I don't want to be without a person. Like, some people don't like to be without a person, and that's okay too. But it feels like there is somebody here who is matched on your level. It is a moment of alchemy where this person is going to disarm you. I want to say they're going to get you to drop your weapons. It's like this person is like, I'm here. You can drop your weapons. I am available emotionally for you. I will talk about anything you want to talk about. And by the way, let's talk about that Four of Wands. What should we do? Should we move in together? Like, if that's what you want, then that's what I'll do with you. You're going to jump headfirst into some sort of leap of faith here. Tell me about the Fool. Tell me about the Fool. Oh, yes, I do believe. I could be wrong, because I'm your half-assed astrologer, but I think Venus is in Pisces right now. Love is actually with you. We do have the Knight of Swords. We have that moon energy that came back. This is what's being revealed. A new path is being revealed to you after a hard time of worrying about what was in the future. The moon is here. Excuse me. The moon is here in the reverse to reveal everything. The sun is out. Everything is going to be clear. You have someone coming in here who is going to be so completely, honest with you, really honest with you. The moon in the reverse and the Knight of Swords is telling me that somebody is coming in who's been impatient to speak with you. This person's being courageous. They're very brave about revealing whatever they want to reveal to you. I feel like this is going to disarm you, and you are no longer going to have any worries. Tell me about with this this moon in the reverse. What's being revealed here? Whatever's being revealed is going to send you on a new path with this person. What's being revealed is things that were under the surface. I feel like somebody had some secrets that they weren't telling you. I feel like this person is someone who could be a Virgo, a Taurus, or a Capricorn. This person has things that were under the surface and I feel it's just not because they were being sneaky or a liar or anything dramatic like that. I feel like the person was hiding things that they realized were hiding when they went into hermit modes. Because hermit mode is the place where you learn lessons, you get the wisdom, you go over yourself. It's like you're really trying to find your light. And I think that there were things that this person couldn't access, or that were hiding, or that they kept hiding because they didn't feel like they could bring it out to the surface. That's what it feels like. So what is coming to the surface? The Seven of Swords. All of the secrets, everything you didn't understand, everything you couldn't see behind the curtain, I'm going to say, everything you couldn't see is coming to the Pentacle world. And it's going to be good, I think, because the Queen of Pentacles is the one who is Capricorn and is mimicking the movements of the Empress, trying to be the Empress, acting as though she is. So it does feel like it's coming to the Pentacle world. Somebody who's been silent with you, that you haven't been speaking with, that's been keeping secrets. You saw them as secretive, maybe a liar, maybe someone that you could feel something was under the surface. I feel it comes to the surface into the Pentacle world. Tell me what the secrets are. The secret is that somebody was holding back from asking you out because they didn't think that you would say yes, because they thought that you would block them, or that they felt blocked from you, or felt like they couldn't make a decision based on their feelings. I feel like someone had to go into hermit mode to access their feelings, to become the King of Cups, because this person is someone who is responsible. Like they're going to be telling you, I'm responsible for my feelings and the way I act and my actions and my emotions. And I've learned that. It feels like somebody I feel is going to communicate with you here, or is going to ask you out. Someone who previously was holding back is now the Three of Cups. Somebody has seen something from your point of view, and they're now feeling their feelings. The Two of Swords, this person has their eyes covered, and she's kind of swiping at things with the swords because she's scared she's going to get hurt, but there is a lot of tumultuous energy, emotional energy in the background. So it does feel like this person is about to reveal their feelings to you. Feelings that they didn't know that they had, that possibly they had been holding on to or holding down. We do have the Six of Cups in the reverse, and it seems to me that this person is coming forward because they're stuck in the nostalgic times that you and they had. They're stuck in this nostalgia, these memories that they have with you, but they can't move on from them. So I feel like that they are coming in with communication, the Eight of Wands. Something is about to speed up here, and they are sort of just busting into your day, I'm going to say. They're sort of busting into your life. You can see that these eight wands are busting through the glass. It feels like you're not expecting this person. They are single, and they are about to speak their truth. Yeah, they're about to speak their truth. They have all the words, and I feel like with the Magician in the reverse here, for some of you, you're going to have a lot of questions because you don't want to be manipulated. I feel like this person sees that you've built something from the ground up, whether that's you or a business or a life, and I feel like this person just can't stop thinking about you, and that's why they're about to arrive, my friend. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. Thank you so much, singles, for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'll go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Love you guys. Bye-bye.